sits in a corner, yeah. morning, everybody. It's nice to see you. This is our Music Irish service, yeah, session. Sure. And here's Reverend Sanning.
I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. Well, first of all, it's really nice to be back from Antigua, and as they say, they're Antigua. So beautiful trade winds and lovely sandy beaches, and then snow yesterday. I'm like, okay, wait, what? Yeah. So, but it's so nice to be back, and I just want to first of all thank Linda for doing such a wonderful job with her talk on one of the Sundays I was gone, and Kelsey and Tim and Sue and I'm trying to remember all the people who stepped in, and Donna Tillstrom, she read Daily Word, so everyone did just such a wonderful job. And what was really a hoot is to sit in Antigua and watch this service live streamed. So I'm around the pool and the beach, and it was great. So anyways, I'm back. It's wonderful to see you. Thanks, everyone, for joining us this morning here at Unity of Michiana. Our mission here is to connect as spiritual community focused on universal truths to transform lives. And what we practice, what we honor, is inclusivity. We honor compassion, individuality, authenticity, and curiosity. And the things that we practice in our spiritual endeavor: gratitude, connection, meditation, affirmative prayer, self-compassion, as well as serving others. So thanks so much for joining us this morning. And I will start by lighting our Christ candle. It's a symbolic honoring of that higher Christ consciousness, or that higher light inherent in each and every one of us. And now let's take a moment in prayer to just breathe and become present. For our soul, our very being, has brought us to this now moment. Ready and receptive to enjoy, to appreciate, to participate in wonderful music to uplift and inspire us, to touch our souls. Gathered here to take time apart from the busyness of our outer world and to center in to the fullness and the allness of the truth of our inner being. And so from this place of gratitude within, from a sense of connection with each other, knowing that those of us here in the room, as well as those who are joining us live stream, are connected in and through time and space. Distance does not matter. For we are one in spirit. We are connected into the infinite presence of God, of the creative power of all existence. And so we do indeed say thank you for this day in celebration of the spirit of Irish heritage, the courage of the Irish people, and the beauty of the music that stirs our souls. And we say thank you, God. Amen. And I'm just seeing if we have any youth to come forward today. I don't think that we do, so we will bless, thank you. We'll bless our youth wherever they are, and of course in our community and around the world. So let's rub our hands together and activate that energy that we know is the inherent life force of all. And we just beam it out into the room, out into our community around the world. And we say, we see the light of infinite spirit touching your hearts. We see the light of infinite spirit touching your hearts. And we are grateful for the love you share with us. And we are grateful for the love you share with us. So this isn't the first Sunday. That's good. I didn't forget birthdays this time. I'm doing good. Okay, that's great. It's a good thing you did. Okay. So we're just going to go right into some music. I'm sorry, you cut me off and I go on to speak how I am, yeah. But whether or not Irish music is something you're that familiar with, or whether it's your favorite genre of music, it's so important for us to recognize the heart of the people behind the music and the stories that it tells, and to understand that it is a foundation of our folk music, of our rock and roll, of our country western, of our bluegrass, even of rap. So it has its roots in all of the music that we appreciate, and so we get to celebrate that today. I'll turn it over to you, John and Ellis. It's wonderful to have you. Thanks for being here.
This is our sing-along portion, so I'm hoping I can hear you guys sing out loud. Four out of every five, what we usually call pub songs, the audience is invited to sing along to the chorus, and the soloist usually sings the verses. So that's what we have up for these next two. I tend to do them every year because they're probably the two most common Irish pub songs in the world. Fields of Athenry, there's kind of like a viral moment 5 or 6 years ago where the entire Irish crowd, where the Irish crowd at a soccer game got the entire stadium singing this song. So it's a very sad song, but typically it's sung very joyfully because it has that tradition. And I wanted to explain, Jetta was supposed to be here, but she had a death in the family, had to go out of town. So we were going to have a super spectacular service, but now it's only going to be spectacular. Go ahead. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. There you go. Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By the lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl call. Michael, they have taken you away. She stole the traveling's corn, so the young might see the morn. It's a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Here we go. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, well, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crowd, well, I rebelled and they ran me down. Now you must raise your child with dignity. Chorus. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbor wall, she watched last star falling. when that prison ship sailed out against the sky. Sure, she'll wait and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Here we go.
Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry.
It's not sad though. Well, I've been
A wild rover for many a year,
and I spent
all me money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
Okay, now we have a third person in the band that's doing the clapping, so you guys watch her on the chorus. I went to an ale house I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a good thing that I can have every day, and it's no, they never, no, they never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. And it's no,
Nay, never,
no,
nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
I brought from me pockets 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said I had whiskeys and wine of the best, and the words that I told you were only in jest.
And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
Now I'll go home to me parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon the prodigal son. And when they arrest me as oft time before, I never will play the wild rover no more.
And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Oh, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more, no more.
Yes.
since I've been in Ireland, and I forgot exactly where those came in, and I think I did it wrong, but we clapped
was great.
anyway, so. There we go. Oh, yeah. So in Unity, we have a wonderful daily inspirational message, and Sue DeRoos, one of our board members, will come forward and read that for you today. We'll follow that with a time of meditation and mindfulness.
Hello. Today's word is lively. I am lively, filled with awe and wonder. There is a glorious, unseen flow at the heart of all creation, moving in and through me. As I align with the sacred energy, I feel vibrantly alive. I imagine myself part of the great living whole. I am one of the trees whose boughs sway in the wind, with the mountains and hills echoing their ancient voices, with the waters trickling over the stone. Even the quiet earth hums a sacred song. Today I will listen more closely, breathe more deeply, and move with intention. Life is not separate from me. I am its expression. In harmony with its rhythm, the world begins to sing. I recognize its lively song is singing me too. For you shall go out in joy and be led back into peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall burst into song, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Isaiah 55:12. Thank you.
Thanks, Sue. So I just invite you to take this time for yourself. It's a wonderful time to relax, to breathe more deeply, to just be fully present, whether you're watching via live stream, whether you're here in the room. And I find for myself it helps to close my eyes and to focus on each breath that I take. Recognizing that that breath is a breath of life. It is the actual pattern of all of our universe, of all of creation. It is like the inflow and the outflow of the tides, the rising and the setting of the sun and the moon, the seasons that change. The breath is the living example of that infinity symbol of ever ongoingness. The breath rejuvenates and cleanses our bodies, the blood in our system, and as we exhale, release that which are the negativities that we no longer want to hold on to. So find yourself just aware of the breathing in and fully through your diaphragm, down through your whole body. And then as you exhale, release and freely let go, recognizing it as the natural order of all things. And as I tone our singing bowl, being fully aware of the energetic vibration that music and toning carries, we allow our whole being to experience this toning of the heart chakra, the chakra of love. And as we let this vibratory rate move through us, we breathe into the wholeness, the connection that we have with Infinite Spirit, with God, with Creator, with everything that is in our world and in our universe. We are all a part of the flow, the grace, the dance. And so it is easy to experience and understand how readily we respond to music, its influence on the very soul of our being, how it vibrates within us, how it lifts us up, how it touches us, how it inspires us, rebuilds, reconnects. There has been music, sound throughout time. Whether the song that the birds sing, the wind through the trees, the ocean waves upon the shore, it is all a part of the music of our universe. It is the music of God. And so right now we let that wash over us, upon us, through us, cleansing our heart, cleansing our very being, opening our minds to see beyond the limitations of our humanness into the allness and the oneness of Infinite Spirit. And so as we continue to breathe and to be, we begin to notice that there is a warmth or a lightness or a space within our solar plexus, within the heart of our being, that we have created through our intentional focus on the flow of God, of Infinite Spirit, of beloved Creator. And in that warmth and in that lightness that we feel in the core of our being, we begin to let it radiate through every part of us, down through our legs and our feet, and in connection with Mother Earth, and through our arms, our torso, up through the top of our head, and connecting to the skies, that which we might call the heavens. Not a place, but a consciousness. And we feel the inflow and the outflow and this ongoingness that reminds us of our infinite nature. And in this awareness, we are refreshed, we are healed and blessed, we are uplifted and inspired. And so we sigh gently into this grace. Not something that needs to be earned, something that is ever present. For the love of Creator, of creation, is infinite in nature and ever present with us. And it fills us to overflowing with a sense of joy, a sense of connection, a sense of oneness. And so we take a moment to just breathe into that right here and right now. In a small moment of silence, to allow ourselves to be fully present and one with Infinite Spirit within and all around in the silence. breathing deeply of spirit, breathing deeply of light and of love, of grace, of healing. We give thanks and we celebrate with open minds and open hearts. We let our whole being sing with music, with a tone of stories shared, with a recognition of how we are connected to one another. And for that and for the uplifting power of that unity, we give thanks. And we take a moment now to bless all the prayers in our prayer box. And we also now speak aloud the names of people, places, situations that we would intentionally surround in the light and the upliftment of the presence of God. Donalyn, Bob, Karen, Tim, Tamara, Teresa, Vicky, Evan, Mary, Dale, Wanda, Warren and Joyce, Tamara, Sue Ann, Jolene, Unity Worldwide, Unity of Michiana, our Board of Trustees, our world leaders, holding in our hearts that highest intention of peace and connection as we heal and move beyond transgression and separation. We are all a part of a greater whole, and we each contribute to that consciousness through that which we hold in our hearts. And so we say thank you for the activity of spirit for greatest and highest good. In and through the name of Allah Yahweh, beloved God, we say thank you. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen.
Winds on the wind over the rolling deep. Angels are coming to watch over sleep. Angels are coming to watch over thee. So listen to the wind calling over the sea. On winds of the wind over dark rolling deep. Angels are coming to watch over sleep. Angels are coming to watch over thee. So listen to the wind rolling over the sea.
Beautiful song, Connemara, cradle song. Connemara is an area of Ireland, and I'm actually wearing Connemara marble today, which I got when I was in Ireland, and it just puts me in tune with all that wonderful energy, and thank you for that. And so I'd like to share with you our mindfulness statement for this week. The still waters of a lake reflect the beauty around it. When the mind is still, the beauty of the self is reflected. By Vanda Scaravelli. Will you please join with me in affirming this, repeating it with me? The still waters of a lake reflect the beauty around it. When the mind is still, the beauty of the self is reflected. And now we're going to have a music fest, so I'll turn it over to Ellis. And John, did you want to go ahead and introduce Ellis a little more to the people online? I know go right ahead and do that if you
Yeah,
would.
this is Ellis Riojas. Yeah, go ahead. And I'm gonna give him a special shout out in a bit. But Gemma has done the last couple of years. She's a fiddle player and she's always been really great to work with. But she's out of town this year, so I thought of Ellis, and he's very easy to be with and humble, as far as I can tell. Soft-spoken, and very good. My ear always perked up when he played polkas. Everyone can play polkas in Irish music, but not all of us can always get the style the way we're used to hearing it from the old recordings. And that's how I feel when I hear him playing the polkas. It's like my ears go up, you know. And I was going to say a little bit about Sliab Luokra. I don't know if you listen to a lot of that music, but that's where the really authentic polkas come from. It's an area in the middle of Munster, which is like the southwest region of Ireland. And it's a place where there are a lot of bogs, mountainy hills, and there's a long periods of isolation where the culture was preserved more than most. Nobody really knows why they play polkas, but they probably do come from Europe. But they grew there into a distinct Irish style. Polkas and mazurkas and slides are known for that region. So we're playing a lot of slides and polkas today. And then the other shout out for Ellis is that I mentioned before that Jetta, like, I don't know, it was 3 or 4 days ago, texted me and told me she had to be out of town. Sorry. So we're gonna have to. I wanted to sing a couple special songs. I know that Ellis had been a choral singer. I asked him if he had any songs, and he has one, and it's a beautiful song. It was my mowing the lawn song. I didn't tell you that. I used to listen to that whole recording on my mowing days.
It's a good one.
Very loud, so I couldn't hear the lawnmower too much. But anyway, so he's gonna sing Liscannor Bay, and I'm gonna sing My Bee's Wing, and we're gonna play this polka set. And Alice is gonna start it out for us. Whenever you're ready. We talked about what key we're going to end in. And okay. You good?
Stars out to play love on a spring fairy night. The call of the curlew, oh, the willow is blind. Sound of the sea break on emerald spray. A sunset or moonbeam on Liscannor Bay. Knew that I loved you, my only desire, to be our own company and watch the flames in the fire. Knew that I loved you, with you I will stay. How mellow the light shines on Liscannor Bay. Fields of our childhood, still fresh as the day, when I first saw you playing by the small cocks of hay. Our friends and our neighbors, they stood watching on by, and your laughter went ringing to the larks in the sky. Knew that I loved you, my only desire, to be our own company and watch the flames in the fire. Knew that I loved you, with you I will stay. How mellow the light shines on Liscannor Bay. Time rolls along, love, but never you mind. The breeze from the ocean can be gentle and kind. Each song from your heart, dear, oh, it carries me there, to the dewdrops and roses, my cottage in Clare. Knew that I loved you, my only desire, to be our own company and watch the flames in the fire. Knew that I loved you, with you I will stay. how mellow the light shines on Liscannor Bay.
I was 19 when I came to town. They call it the summer of love. They're burning babies, burning flags, the hawks against the dove. Well, I took a job in the steamy down on Cauldron Street. Fell in love with that lovely girl who was working next to me. She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wings, so fine that I might crush her with the wing. She is a lost child, she was running wild. She says, as long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. And he wouldn't want me any other way. Brown hair, zigzag round her face, a look of half surprise, like a fox caught in the headlights. There was an animal in her eye. She said, young man, can't you see I'm not the factory kind? If you don't take me out of here, I'll surely lose my mind. She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wings, fine that I might crush her where she lay. She was a lost child, but she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. But he wouldn't want me any other way. Well, we bust around the market towns and pick fruit down in Kent. We could tinker lamps and pots and knives wherever we went. I said that we might settle down and get a few acres dug, fire burning in the hearth and he's on the run. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, but you not own me as well. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wings, so fine that I push her where she lay. She's a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. And I wouldn't want her any other. Well, we were camping down in Gal one time. The work was pretty good. She thought we shouldn't wait for the frost. I thought maybe we should. And we were drinking more in those days, and the tempers reached a pitch. Like a fool, I let her run with that rambling itch. She says she's camping out rough, and back on the Derby beat. White horse in her hip pocket and found at her feet. And they say she even married once a man named Romany Brown, but even a gypsy's caravan was too much settling down. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, So fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She's a lost child, or she was running wild. She said as long as there's no price in love I'll stay. If you wouldn't want me any other way. I have one more verse. And they say a flower's faded now, hot weather and hard booze. But maybe that's just the price you pay for the chains that you refuse. She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, and I miss her more than ever words can say. She was a lost child, or she was running wild, but if I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way.
I'd like to welcome those of you who are joining us via live stream. Susan, who do we have that's with us this morning?
We have Kelsey Cahoon, Vicki Thompson, Bill Singler, Kristen Conway, Katie Lynn, Misty Kulikowski, Tamara Ashley, and Bob and Karen Libby.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for joining us and being a part of this wonderful celebration honoring Irish heritage and honoring the upcoming holiday of St. Patrick's Day. And my title for today is Honoring Irish Heritage, Stories Told Through Music. So I just wanted to speak a little bit, first of all, about St. Patrick's Day, because it is a little bit more than green beer and pub crawls and all that wonderful looking for leprechauns, you know, underneath rocks and pots of gold. But I want to share a little something with you from Britannica.com. It says, St. Patrick's Day, a holiday honoring St. Patrick, patron saint of Ireland. He was the saint that came from Roman Catholic churches to bring Christianity into Ireland, I believe in the 1500s. Don't hold me to that, sorry. But it is held annually on March 17th. Initially, it was a religious feast day in Ireland, marked by church services and feasts. However, Irish immigrants, particularly in the United States, transformed it into a more secular celebration. This shift included parades, the wearing of green, and other festivities that highlighted Irish culture and heritage. In Ireland, St. Patrick's Day remains a religious occasion, often observed with prayers for peace. However, the secular aspects of the celebration, including parades, have been adopted in Ireland as well. The holiday has become a global celebration of Irish culture, with people of all backgrounds participating in the festivities. And so wanting to celebrate the experience of the Irish music that is so impactful and honoring Irish heritage in knowing the challenges and difficulties that the Irish people went through that are far more difficult than many have experienced, and recognizing how much music had an impact on keeping them connected to each other across the miles, across continents, and the messages that it brings to us. So we do know that there were religious and political battles over the over many, many, many years in Ireland, the separation. There was the huge potato famine. There was a couple of that came and it went and it came, and that lasted almost 10 years in 1852, where there was this enormous diaspora, meaning that people left. Almost I believe a quarter of the population went on to what they called coffin ships, because many people died as they were transported to the Americas, to Canada, and all around. They had to leave their loved ones, and they sang the songs, knowing that they would never come back together, likely in person. But they knew that the songs stayed in their hearts. And music was such a part of who they were, even religiously, when there was religious persecution. And they weren't allowed to sing out loud, but they could tap their feet and they could join together. And that strength and that courage and that resilience are such an incredible part of the Irish heritage that many people brought here to the United States, and that is the foundation of much of our music. And we don't always realize how much was contributed to us through the travails of these very, very courageous people. And so it's a wonderful time to honor that and honor how much music touches our souls and how much it connects us to each other, whether it's Irish reels or polkas or beautiful ballads or songs, whether it's folk music, whether it's rock and roll, whether it's country, whether it's rap, and all the songs, the stories that are told through music in so many ways. These are things that speak to the heritage of the Irish as well as to each one of us. And it's helpful to recognize in celebrating St. Patrick's Day and the courage of these people, to realize as we have that empathy for that, we can recognize the courage within ourselves. And we can tap into the music that touches our hearts, that does give us courage. How many of you have gone maybe through the loss of someone special, a breakup, a change of a job, and you've listened to a song or two, whether it's classical or a country western, and you listen to it over and over, and it brings tears, and then it brings joy? That's a part of the flow of our emotional beingness. And it's also how we stay connected to each other. I'd like to share something from Mindy Peterson. She's an NCTM, which means a National Certified Teacher of Music. She's a music educator, and she has a podcast. She says, for many, music serves as a bridge between generations, preserving the stories, values, and emotions of their ancestors. Music allows us to celebrate our uniqueness while also finding common ground with others. It keeps cultural traditions alive and thriving. It transcends borders and language barriers and can be shared with others, inviting us to explore and appreciate the richness of cultures other than our own. And in speaking about the heritage and music and storytelling from a Google AI search, if you want to go into that in more depth, you would put in importance of sharing heritage through St. Patrick's Day. This quote is from that, a compilation. It says, sharing heritage through St. Patrick's Day is crucial for honoring Irish history, fostering cultural pride, and educating the global community on Irish resilience, traditions, and contributions. It serves as a respectful celebration of Irish identity, allowing communities to connect through shared culture, music, food, and history. So friends, as we're moving into Tuesday and celebrating however we may each do that, celebrating St. Patrick's Day, let us really tune into the depth of what that wonderful day brings for us, a recognition of not only the heritage of the Irish, but perhaps our own heritage and the music, that has come down through our generations, that have uplifted us, that have kept us connected, and the stories they have told, and how important storytelling is. In Scripture from Romans 12:10, it says, "Love one another with brotherly affection, outdo one another in showing honor." It's a wonderful day to honor the resilience, the courage, the strength of the Irish heritage and also of our own cultures and lineage. And from the book of Joel 1, verse 3, it says, "Tell it to your children, and let your children tell it to their children, and their children to the next generation," friends. This is the power of the songs and of the music when we allow it to infuse us and to uplift us and to move us and to connect us heart to heart beyond boundaries of countries and states and beyond cultural traditions, to blend and to recognize that while the Irish in Ireland did not originally celebrate through the parades and the things that began to be a part of the tradition here for Irish Americans, it began to unite and move back to Ireland as this celebration of culture and that mingling of who they were, of carrying that heritage and that strength and that courage in their heart, and knowing, though, that they are still connected to family beyond time and space. Friends, let us remember that storytelling and music are intrinsic to humanity, helping create stronger connection and community. And I'd like to share something as we take a look at appreciating the stories that are told and how they influence us and how we hold them in our heart and how they help us create resilience. I'd like to share something from an author, Alexandra S. McKeever. She says, "Folk music is often a form of oral history, retelling the stories of families, communities, and generations. For diasporic communities, ones that had to spread, we know through biblical times, there were many conquerors that came and took people into Babylonia and then back. And throughout time, this diaspora, this movement of people has spread us throughout the continent. And so it's saying that for diasporic communities, these songs serve as a reminder of their ancestors' hardship and a way of expressing their heritage. In Ireland, I think they are a reminder of those who left and a way of explaining an important part of Irish history. While these songs are about the Irish experience, the sense of loss, hope, and resilience they express are universal." And from a website, it's a wonderful website if you want to take a look at it, www.irishamericanmom.com. It's a website that's of a group of Irish women and people here in the United States that post stories and remembrances and things. And from there it says, "Every Irish person's heart sings when they hear the soaring melodies of traditional Irish music. The sing-song vocal runs, the pipes and fiddle represent a rich history dedicated to the resilience and the beauty of our ancestors. Irish music and dance are part of our cultural inheritance, handed down through an oral tradition over centuries. Musicians would learn by ear, and they never formally wrote down the music or the lyrics." Think about that. That goes back actually to biblical times with the Hebrews, and the stories of the Bible, they are termed midrashic. They were not written down at the time. Very few people were literate. They were simply stories that were shared through people's experiences that became our Old Testament and then into our New Testament. And here the same thing is shared through the Irish culture in the songs that they learned, handed down from generation to generation, learned by ear, the stories about the cultural inheritance and the dance and the traditions over the centuries. Irish folk music evolved over the centuries and became an important thread running through Irish history. Irish music is distinct from any other culture for genre for a variety of reasons. It features specific instruments such as the fiddle, harp, flute, whistle, pipes, accordion, or yours is a button box. Is that what it's called? Ellis, a button box. I read, so I would know. The banjo, the mandolin, the bodhrán, and more. And so when we think about, friends, as we appreciate, and that's why we celebrate this wonderful music on our St. Patrick's Day Sunday, it is in honor of a culture, of a people, of a heritage, of a strength and a resilience that reminds us of our own strength and our own resilience, and how music draws us together and tells the stories of our lives that are so very important. In Scripture from 2 Chronicles 5:13, it says, "The trumpeters and musicians joined in unison to give praise and thanks. Accompanied by trumpets, cymbals, and other instruments, the singers raised their voices and they sang." So, friends, let us enjoy and celebrate in whatever way you may do on St. Patrick's Day or any specific cultural heritage day that you celebrate, in honoring the music that touches all of our souls, that brings us together, that tells us stories that remind us of love, of laughter, of hardships, of sadness, of grief and sorrow, yet that help us to manage our way through this world and that continue to bring us back together as one. And so I will close with an Irish blessing. May your heart be light and happy. May your smile be big and wide. And may your pockets always have a coin or two inside. Friend, go forth to celebrate music in your heart, celebrate heritage, celebrate resilience, and celebrate our oneness. And that concludes my portion of the talk for today. And at this point, if you will join with me in what we call a demonstration of generosity, a contribution, a love offering, an awareness that this spiritual center is ours, and it runs solely on your generous contributions, your participation in allowing us to keep the lights on and all the things that it takes to create a center where people can come to find themselves, to find their spiritual connection, and to be one with others. And so if you would take your love offering in whatever way you choose to give, time, talent, treasure, whether you do a recurring donation at unitymichiana.org or at our Unity app on your phone, or whether you do a contribution one time through our QR code, we are grateful and honor your standing forth and being a part of intentional giving and demonstrating generosity. So if you will hold that consciousness in your palms and join with me in our affirmation. With a grateful heart, I celebrate God's abundance as I give freely and receive with joy. Oh, and so we know as we participate in the natural order of our universe, it is always a part of ebb and flow. It is a part of giving and then opening to receive. And we are all abundantly blessed in that process. And we say thank you for gifts given and gifts received in and through the light and the abundance of infinite spirit. And so it is. Amen. And are we going to do our peace song and then some music, or vice versa? Oh, thank you. Chrissy's got to keep me on track. Thank you so much. Oh, there we go, right there. Thank you so Okay. See what happens? You go away for a little while. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Thanks, Chrissy, and thank you, everybody. So, yes, well, because it's so exciting. So I've been on a couple-week recess because I was away on vacation. So what we call the Midweek Spiritual Boost, it's a group that comes together on a Zoom call where we can be with each other. We can have a discussion for about a half an hour or whatever that is, and then also take that into a time of meditation, a time of prayer, and supporting each other. We have been going through John Templeton's book, Wisdom from Many Religions. We are shifting now to a new book, and I invite you to come and join for this on Wednesdays from 6 to about 7:15. Susan sends out the Zoom link. If you're not on our email list, be sure and let her know so that you can join for us. We are going to start doing some short readings from Don Ruiz's book, The Voice of Knowledge. And it's a wonderful avenue for discussion of considering our humanness and considering our spirituality. So join us on Wednesdays from 6 to 7:15 and have that time of discussion and meditation. Also, I just don't know how we got into March, and then Easter is coming up, and these things are just rolling right along. So normally we have Easter flowers that are available for you to purchase and dedicate to a loved one who's either passed on or who is still present with us, and you just want to honor them. Well, today is the only day to order in person because we have to have the order in by next Saturday. So if you're going to order in person, please just go right out following the service and put your order in for those. However, throughout the week, and for those of you online, all the way through till next Saturday, is it? Till next Friday. I'm so sorry. Till next Friday, you can order online. You can call Susan. You can go onto our website, and you can place your order for lilies, tulips, and daffodils. Thank you very much. Sometimes they're not quite open, but they will be, and they just open beautifully. And after our special Easter service, then you're able to take those home or give them to a loved one. So be sure to order those today if you're here. They're $16 each, and it'll be so lovely to decorate our sanctuary and then have them to give. And again, you can order online. We love that. So, and one last reminder for those of you who enjoy playing Mexican Train Dominoes, today you will be joining with others following fellowship. So plan to stay for that. That's a real fun thing to do. So thank you, Chrissy, and thanks everyone for those announcements. And we'll sing Peace on Earth, and then we'll go into some extra music.
A few years ago, I figured out a way to make the entire service Irish. And the last song I figured out, I could play this as a polka if I try. So this is going to be fast and furious, and you'll have to be on your toes to sing along, but I want you to sing along. And in the middle, we're going to give you a bonus polka, short little bonus polka, which is a common thing that Irish bands do. They insert polkas or reels into their songs. And then after that, we're going to do a slide set. I mentioned slide in the beginning. It's kind of like a fast jig. So now I have to get the music up. I don't know why I need to get the music up. Okay. Oh, the sun and the wind and rain bring everything we need. Hey! The thick above and mother beating. Peace on earth, peace on earth. Hey! Peace on earth, peace on earth. Hey! Let's go. 2, 3. We're brothers and sisters all the world around. We lift our voices high in one joyous sound. Peace on earth, peace on earth, hey! Peace on earth, peace on earth. Go ahead.
And we'll
I'll
close.
let you start.
Yeah, we'll close with our prayer for protection. The light of God, surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and we are one. And so it is. And I'll turn it over to you now for your slide set. Awesome.
Yep.